Ever since it launched, the ROG Phone 5 has been my go-to gaming phone. I have an entire setup on it. I've got emulation running, I have native Android games that I play, I stream a lot from my consoles and my PC to it. Now with the ROG Phone 5S, we do get Snapdragon 888 Plus and not Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. Now, given how much I do like the ROG phones, I've kind of decided to stick with the ROG Phone 5S as my go-to gaming phone for the moment. And that got me thinking, what is it that I'm missing out on by not making the move to Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, still choosing to remain with 888 Plus? And that's the question I'm going to be trying to find an answer in today's video. Hey guys, my name is Ash, you're watching C4E Tech. If you do end up liking this video, thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that bell icon if you haven't yet. Guys, before we start, a quick little disclaimer. This video is meant for a very niche audience. For people who, like me, would want to stay on ROG for some reason, maybe because you love that air triggers, that insane battery life, or the tight Kunai gamepad integration, whatever the reasons are, what are you missing out by not making the move to Snapdragon 8 Gen 1? Now to answer this, I needed three things. One, well, a phone with Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, enter OnePlus 10 Pro. Number two, how to get the maximum performance out of the ROG Phone 5S. For that, I decided to go with an aeroactive cooler. And number three, something to replicate a stress test. For this, I decided to run Antutu back-to-back for about an hour. Every run takes about 10 minutes, so we have 6 rounds here of Antutu. Let's see how the performance actually fares, sustained over a period of time, because 1 hour typically is a gaming session for me, which is why I chose to go with 6 rounds here. And here's where I ran into a hitch. The OnePlus 10 Pro that I have, it's got 12 gigs of RAM. Whereas the ROG Phone 5S, I have the 8 gig RAM version. Now with Antutu, there are 4 categories: CPU, GPU, memory, and UX. And here's a spoiler, these are the memory scores post 6 runs. And after the initial drop, as you can see, the disparity has been more or less the same. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is removing the memory scores out of the equation. So what you're going to be seeing is Antutu minus mem scores to kind of keep things fair. Talking about which, the display on the OnePlus 10 Pro is set to Full HD+. Let the testing begin. The first round scores seem reasonable, but sheesh, I still cannot break that 1 million mark on Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. Let's now discuss what we saw. Once you cross the 20-minute mark, the difference in overall scores between both phones, it becomes about 3%, which is frankly what I expected, but I was a little surprised at the GPU disparity. Now GPU, the difference starts at 35%, and even after an hour, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 is going strong. 28% is the difference. So for gaming, this GPU intensive, you are gonna get better results with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, even over something like the ROG Phone 5S with external cooling. So that's one point to note. But then again, if the entire difference is just 3% and the GPU is 28%, there is somewhere the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, OnePlus 10 Pro in this case, is losing ground, right? And that really surprised me, because with CPU, after the first round, once we got past the 10-minute mark, the externally cooled Snapdragon 888 Plus on the ROG Phone 5S was actually performing better than the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 on the OnePlus 10 Pro. Ridiculous, right? By the end of the hour, the CPU on the 10 Pro was performing 20% lower than the one on the ROG Phone 5S. This might be worth noting for you if you depend more on CPU intense tasks, like say for example if you edit videos on your phone. And this is also directly reflected in the UX performance, with the OnePlus 10 Pro being 10+% down by the end of the hour. But then again, this is not really a fair comparison for UX, at least, because you'd probably have an aeroactive cooler on when you're gaming, not when you're just using the phone. Talking about the aeroactive cooler, I did expect that to drain battery, but I was totally blown away when I looked at the battery stats at the end of the hour. This wasn't even something I wanted to talk about in this video, so I didn't even shoot it. That's just a picture I took because I was so surprised. As you can see, the OnePlus 10 Pro had 7% more battery here. So hey, at least with battery optimization, OnePlus has done great with the 10 Pro. Like I said at the start, this video, it's aimed at a very niche audience. This entire thing started with me thinking, hey, I love the ROG, I have an entire setup for it. So should I continue staying with the 888 Plus, or should I probably say, okay, I'll deal with something like a Kishi and I'll just jump on to a phone with a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. So I wanted to know what is it that I was losing out on, and initially as I started digging in, I thought maybe this would make for a cool short. So if you actually look closely at this video, the entire part, it was shot vertically, and then I had to do a little bit of, add a background layer, add some stats to the sides to make it into a proper video. Because when I started scripting the short, it felt like there was too much to say. I couldn't do justice for it in under a minute, hence why I changed it to a full video. Basically guys, there is no conclusion here. I'm not gonna say, yay, buy the ROG Phone 5s, or no, go on, move away from it. These are just stats, these are just interesting information that I came across that I wanted to share with you guys. If you did find it interesting, go on, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that bell icon if you haven't yet. And also, if you want to see more of these kind of weird, quirky, interesting, factual kind of videos, let me know in the comments below. And I guess that's pretty much it for this quick little video. Thumbs up, thumbs down based on whatever you felt about it. Subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that bell icon if you haven't yet. And thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. Till next time, my name is Ash. You've been watching C4E Tech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.